reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out. You can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul. You can't get to me. And there is no...
Well, morning of the third night, I had an absolutely amazing sleep. Got scared shitless by a hummingbird buzzing my tent. Yeah, I think I've only got about 6 or 8 kilometers to go today until my next stop. And I'll update you in a bit. This right here in front of me is why it's important you know your tide tables. Next tide is at 12:33 and it's 8:40 right now, which means the tide's going out. If the tide was coming in, this section, or if this was high tide, this section might end up being locked off and I would have to wait for the tide to go out. Oh. This is the most filming I've been able to do. Because prior to this, I was pushing through the best I can describe as a jungle. Douglas fir trees, canopy, you know, good 30 meters high kind of thing. Fauna down at ground level, taller than me, ferns and brush and everything. There's spots where you couldn't see the trail you're trying to walk on because the fauna was so dense. Trees falling over. So you're climbing over, under, and around all sorts of trees. Just stay where you're at, please. Water, I don't want to get my shoes wet. And that right there is the second bald eagle I've seen on the trip. One on day 2, morning of day 2 actually, and one on the morning of day 3. So I met a couple out here, Anne and Pete from Victoria. So hello Anne and Pete if you ever manage to find this on YouTube. And son and mother pair, and it wasn't the son that was dragging his mother out here. Oh no, it was the mother dragging the son out here. Now I would have had to have pegged the son to be about my age, maybe a little younger, but the mom, oh, kudos to her. This is a good trail. All right, this one's not for the faint of heart. This is the biggest one yet. I think I'm actually going to glove up for this one. That's 15 meters down. Oh, looks like a little bit of moss on it, so it might be a little slippery. Oh, I got a little natural waterfall over there too. But yeah, I'm going to glove up and see you at the bottom. Hey, Mr. Crow. All right. We're going to start holding this back here. Oh, no knots. Okay, here we go. I don't know what would be worse, going up or going down. I think going down would be worse. Ah, actually no, going up. You gotta hold your body weight up instead of just going down. Holy shit, there's another rope over there. Oh, the camera just dropped. Who the hell would want to drop down that? And of course there's a freshwater creek right at the bottom. Let's see how wet I get. Okay, let's jump over this way. There's a bit of rock ledges. Okay, and we're down. Alright, well, that's what I just came down. And for whatever reason, somebody's strung a couple ropes up down there so that they can come down the waterfall. I don't know if there was knots in it, I think it would be fun. But with that running water there, 42-ish pound pack, I don't know. That was fun enough for me. Alright, so I'm on a section of the inland trail, which I feel like I can actually do some recording in. The fauna here has been quite dense, and there's been times where I haven't actually been able to see the trail I'm hiking on. And to give you an example of what the trail can look like, I got to cross over this down log and pick up the trail on the other side. Oh, I feel like I'm in a luxury resort right now. I've just passed 4 trail markers in a row. There's another one right here on the tree in front of me. You won't see it because it's on my side of the tree right now. And there's another one yet in front of me. Right up there. So that makes what, 6 trail markers in a row? I've never seen such a well-marked section on this trail yet. Normally, come on, pull. Normally, I'm looking for footprints or broken branches, signs of wear as people traverse over a log. Sometimes I have to look for just bent over grass shoots to see where the trail is. And sometimes you just fumble your way off the trail. Oh my god, another trail marker. Whew. I'm going to enjoy this while it lasts. Alright, I'm up to 10 trail markers in a row on a trail that is so easy to follow that a blind dog could do it. It would be nice if they took some of these trails markers and put them into the thicker, more dense section. A welcome sight. Coastline looks like all the way up and around to the next peak. That'll be a lot easier hiking than the inland routes. All right, now I can pick up some speed. I'm off of the gravel and onto some wet sand. Oh look, got some black bear marks heading the other way, and those are going to be fresh. Actually, there's a couple bears in and around this area. Those are fresh because I'm below the high tide mark and the tide's going out. So those would have been erased had they been before the tide. So a bear was in this area at least a couple hours ago. You can see all these bear tracks, one going the opposite direction, one going this direction. He's just a small little guy though. Hello, Mr. Bald Eagle. Please don't attack me as I walk down the beach. In case you're wondering, yeah, the tide's still going out. It's almost at slack tide though. Alright, this is Beano Creek, so I'm going to stop here, fill up on some fresh water. What a beautiful trail. It's much easier walking over the seaweed, the kelp on these roads than it is the gravel. So while the tide's out and the going's good, I'm going to take advantage of that. I will say this has been far more enjoyable to walk through this tide pool. Even though occasionally I don't see a little puddle and I step into some water, but it's teeming with life. Snails, crabs, minnows, all over the place. And in all honesty, it's just a nice change from the gravel and the uphill sections, the dense jungle as I've dubbed it. It's been a much easier hike today. I've mainly been hiking in the tidal area. There's solid rock under there, and it's a lot easier than hiking on this loose gravel. I'm actually right around where I was planning on stopping for tonight, but given that it's only 10 past 11, I think I'll hike on till my next stopping point. This one's slick. Scurry, my little crabby friends. Scurry. What's the scuttlebutt? Oh, the scuttlebutt is unslipping. I guess one could almost say I'm bouldering. Alright, as I've been walking over these rocks, I've kept hearing like running water underneath of me. I've been trying to figure out what it is, but it's actually all the crabs scuttling and scurrying away from me. Let's see if you can listen and hear. And just like that, I'm out of the boulder field, which was like 4.5 kilometers of boulders and just stepping from rock to rock to rock. And now I'm back into a tide pool on solid rock. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is Bajo Creek behind me, and somebody's been nice enough to lay some driftwood across, so hopefully I can make it across without getting my feet wet and dropping in. Yeah, because I don't want to have to take my shoes off if I don't have to. Alright, so as I was waiting to board my plane to start this trail, there was a film crew that was loading up, and they went out on the plane before me, and I've just found out what they are filming. Just up ahead, around the corner from me, a sperm whale carcass has washed up on shore, and apparently a pack of wolves have been feasting on this carcass. I've seen lots of tracks of wolves, which now explains why I've been seeing a lot of track of wolves, and I've been told I'm going to smell it here momentarily. Nothing yet. Well, this is Bajo Point on the Nootka Trail. I've got an immature Swanson hawk up there, and over here I've got a pair of bald eagles. An old engine washed up to shore. Do they ever like to fly low? It's very important during COVID-19 and this pandemic that we're in, that when you can't socially isolate, you gotta wear your mask. It's almost a mandatory mask everywhere we go. I wonder if I have to wear a mask here. Well, this is the first time I've been able to walk along a sandy beach, and oh, is it nice. And it looks like I've got a fair bit of sand as well. All right, lawn chair and a margarita. That's what this beach screams to me. Not the planned route I was hoping to take around this corner, but I guess it's a good thing the tide is still out. And on the beach in front of me, there's aircraft taking off from the beach. So it looks like this is a buzz of activity over here. All right, dead sperm whale behind me. Walking through some water and miles and more water. I really got to start watching where I'm going. And miles of sand. Okay, last time it was a lawn chair and a margarita. This time I'm thinking a nice cold beer. All right, so along with my tent and everything being set up here, this is the view I get to wake up to in the morning, with the sound of the waves crashing, you know, the birds chirping. I'm only about 1.5 kilometers down the beach from where that dead sperm whale is, so you know, maybe some wolves howling. And then just when you think it can't get any better, right around the corner from me is this beautiful waterfall. This is Calicum Creek, and that would be Calicum Creek Waterfalls. All right, here's my tent. I've got everything set up on the inside. My rain fly is out, drying out in the sun, not because of any rain, but because it sweats and builds up condensation. And I'm camped. There's 5 tents over here, and then right over here you can see the tarp flying down there. That's where the nice nurse patched up my thumb. You know, it never seems to fail, but whenever you need a nurse, there is one around. Should almost give them a pay raise, because they work overtime even when they're on holidays. You know, aside from cutting my thumb, I've got my beef jerky, a lawn chair, sat out on the beach. I'm actually gonna have to put a shirt on soon before I burn. And this is my view. This pasty whiteness won't last all day.